of the most fortunate sectors for 2025 growth. In fact, the real estate sector is one of the two major sectors that will be one of the three major sectors that will be driving the growth of the entire economy in 2025. The last couple of years, real estate has been growing very rapidly, but interestingly, it entered another gear in 2023 to 2024. It's going to enter another gear in 2025. And even if you are not playing in real estate and real estate is not your business, I want to encourage you. I said, can I put it in full screen? Okay, I will. I think it's in full screen now. So even if real estate is not your business in 2025, I will encourage you to play in real estate. So if you look at what has happened in recent times, there's been a lot of increase in house rents all across Nigeria, not just Lagos and Abuja, all across Nigeria. Whether you go to Enugu, you go to Ibadan, you go to Port Harcourt. And there are many things that have been driving this growth. Right? For example, Nigeria's urban population grew by 3.5% just in 2023. And that trend is going to continue this year. You know, before now, the total global population of urban dwellers before the last 20-something years was 16% in Nigeria. But that has grown to about 35% within the last 20-something years. It tells you something. People are moving, gravitating more and more towards where the opportunities are. And now please understand me, when we talk about urban, we're not talking only about Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. In fact, we're talking about, okay, so let me give a disclaimer. I'm going to do this thing in two parts so that you're also understanding how I'm approaching it. Hello? I'm doing it in two parts. There are very, very, very valuable information I'm sharing here that can be very helpful to you. Then there are many valuable information that are deeply researched or sometimes data that are discreetly accessed that I'm only sharing with the group of paid participants. So it's important I give that disclaimer. I'll give you very valuable information here. They are very valuable information that you can take away. But that's not going to be all. This thing is divided into two. I'm doing one here, doing one in the paid group, which, by the way, some of us met yesterday. So, coming back into what I was saying, if you look at it, there was about just 16% of total urban dwellers about 20-something years ago. Today is over 30%. And when we're talking about urban dwellers, we're talking about those who are living in towns and cities. So we're not just talking about those who are living in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. So please understand, all Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, and Enugu, and Kano, as some would like to call, urban locations. Those are not the only urban locations. So the places where you can also consider to be urban locations will include places like Abuja. I mean, in addition to those 6 places, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, Enugu, and Kano, those are 6 places. They are major urban centers. But when you're looking at urban centers, you're also looking at places like Akure, places like Ado-Ekiti, places like Ondo, places like Nnewi, right? Places like Nnewi, places like Maiduguri. These are emerging cities, because people are moving away, naturally, the infrastructure, the closer you are to infrastructure, the better your opportunities. So, for example, if you're following me, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me just be sure that you're following me. When I finish this review, I will allow 3 persons to give us, a review, what they've learned, what they've taken away, and I will expect that it will be something very solid, just 2 minutes, to tell us what they have taken away. I don't want you to talk too much. I just want you to take 2 points and say, these are the 2 things they've taken away. All right. If you're following me, just say, yes, I am, in the comment box. If you're following me, say, yes, I am. Okay, great. Thank you very much. So, because you see, it's not just about giving you this information, it's about how you can process it. All right? It's about how you can process it. And I want you to understand, because there are many people who are pursuing Lagos, and Abuja. And I'm sharing with you some things that can help you to position. I'm not going to tell you what, but I think that you can draw some conclusions. All right? So where the money is in real estate in the next couple of years may not be in Lagos and Abuja. All right? Because I'll also give you some caveats. In Lagos and Abuja, because the real estate businesses are very well developed in those areas, you are going to have a lot more of policing by government. All right. That's a very pricey, a very, very priceless information I've dropped like that. Let me just leave it. So you've seen about 3.5% growth in urbanization just in 2023. In one single year, 3.5% growth in urban population. Just imagine what will happen in 2025. 2024 was the year of major economic impact. So I was trying to explain something. Let me complete that thought. So I said, if you look at the reason why people are moving towards urban centers, it's because when you move towards, because the world is a global village, when you're living in the villages, road infrastructure is bad, internet connection is terrible, access to market is poor, and people want quick access to the market. So you can have times 10, times 20 more opportunities. If you stay in a place, for example, like Nnewi, with fairly good internet and lower cost compared to when you stay in Lagos or when you stay in one village outside of Nnewi. So when you look at that, that's the reason why people want to expand their opportunities without increasing their costs. So many of the smaller urban centers are going to grow very rapidly because of this year, because they want, most importantly, access to good internet, so that they can stay in their Nnewi and send goods across Nigeria, so that they can stay in their hawker and send goods across Nigeria and trade from their hawker, right? So the combination of inflation, unemployment, currency issues is creating a challenging environment for the business in real estate. In 2023, Nigeria's urban population grew by 3.5%. Lagos rent will keep increasing. Every day, around 6,000 new residents arrive in Lagos. Rents in Abuja will even out, while Northern Nigeria will rise. Northern Nigeria also represents the smaller urban centers where rent will continue to rise. Now, the reason for Northern urban Nigeria is that security is becoming better. The reason why many people are also moving towards Lagos is also because of security. You see, many people move away from places like Ado Ekiti, places like Oyo, places like Oka, towards bigger city centers. But there is no need for that any longer. Why? Because there is going to be a better security situation. All right. In Nigeria, the real estate market is projected to. I want us to read this together. I'd like us to read this together. All right. I'd like us to read this together. All right. I'd like us to read this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. That fifth line. That fifth line. I would just like us to read this together. All right. The fifth line. I'd like us to read this together. Fifth line. If you are ready, we can go. 1, 2, 3, go. In Nigeria,
the real estate market
Real estate market
market is anticipated to achieve a value of $2.61 trillion by 2025.
Among the
Among
various
the
various
segments within the market, residential real estate holds the largest share,
with a
with the
projected
projected
market
market
volume
volume
of
of
2.25
$2.2
trillion
trillion
naira
by
by
2025.
2025. Now, if you look at where this market was just about 2 years ago, the growth that is being projected this year alone is almost about $500 million. $500 million growth in the real estate sector in Nigeria alone in 2025. So, from fifth position, real estate in Nigeria will become third largest contributor to Nigeria's GDP, displacing even oil and gas. Displacing oil and gas. All right. Before I allow you to ask questions, I'll go into the trends that will shape real estate in 2025. If you are loving this, if you are enjoying this, just encourage me in the comment box and type "thank you, BJ." And don't worry, just say "thank you, BJ." If you're enjoying this and you're loving it, in the comment box, like, encourage me. Say thank you, BJ. All right. Thank you now. Now I'm encouraged. Now I'm super pumped. So the Mark says thank you, VJ. Adejola says thank you. Yeah, I'm super pumped now to release more nuggets. Adekunle, Mr. Adekunle, Mr. Uche, Miss Blessing. All right, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you too. Thank you, Mr. Uche. Thank you, Mr. Adekunle. Thank you, Mr. Sunday Mark. Thank you, Mr. Udom. Your name used to stand in my ear like Udom Manuel. Thank you, Mr. Collins. All right. All right. So let's go into the trends that will shape real estate in 2025. In 2025, in 2023, there was the, adoption of blockchain technology for financing real estate assets. Crowdfunding through blockchain technology to finance real estate assets became mainstream. No, it didn't become mainstream. It started in 2023. It will become mainstream in 2025. So if you don't understand how blockchain technologies can power real estate assets, if you are in real estate in 2025, you need to quickly understand it. It's going to create the platform for cheapest finance for you in 2025. You see that approach of carrying your portfolios and pursuing portfolio investors up and down. It's going to be a waste of time in 2025. Your best and easiest way to finance big real estate investments, especially the most promising ones, because one of the things that blockchain technology does is gives visibility. Everybody knows that if you put your money in real estate in Nigeria, you get your money back. So you don't really need to convince people that if you put your money in real estate in Nigeria, you get your money back. What people are afraid of is developers who have shown them shaky. Developers have shown people shaky. Some of them, developers have shown them shaky Pro Max. So the biggest headache that people have when they are trying to raise finance for real estate, it's not because people don't believe the returns on investment. The returns on investment on an average real estate property located in a fairly good place in Nigeria is good. The challenge, however, is usually with trust. But blockchain technology helps you to substantially break down that barrier to trust. So if you are a real estate investor right now, you are looking for more funding in 2025, I'll be talking more about this in my real estate masterclass at the Africa Revenue Summit. If you are going to be in one of my sessions, we have a real estate focused conference. We call it RealtyCon. It is part of the conferences inside Africa Revenue Summit. So if you are a real estate investor here, you should not miss it for anything. Or you are someone that wants to go full scale into it, or you are in construction and you should have a real estate, company as the vehicle to make far more money. I'll be talking about how you can leverage blockchain technology to advance the financing of your real estate assets. All right. That's one of the major trends. And let me tell you, government has now made this sweeter. There is already a policy designed and signed. Some of you don't know about it. Last year, the government launched a policy in 2024 for real estate sector for real estate finance using blockchain technology. So you need to get hold of that and understand how that can help you. You're following me, say, I am following you. Say, I'm following you. I need to move very fast now. This is 4:30 something, and I am just on the first one, but this is a very exciting one, all right? The second thing is the growing integration of online platforms for selling, marketing, and financing of real estate. Ladies and gentlemen, there are too many multiple real estate platforms that are coming up. So if you are not directly involved in real estate, one of the things you can do is have a property tech. A prop tech company is related to real estate, or real tech company is related to real estate. You may not be directly building brick and mortar, but you are a part of the real estate value chain. So whatever you're doing, the supplier, you need to find a way to plug into real estate. So there are many real estate solutions. Some of them are in the supply chain, providing, using technology to provide, very valuable services to properties. Some of them are using technology to provide, alternative financing to properties. Some of them are using technology to provide raw materials for properties finance. Some of them are using technology solutions. We'll talk a lot about those things. However, I need you to understand that technology adoption, the growing integration of online platforms for selling technology. So if you are here, you are into real estate, you want people to trust your brand and buy more from you, especially the guys in the diaspora who have the money to pay for the kind of solutions that you sell. I'm sorry, you've got no good visibility online. First off, let's even start with that one. Your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn are not extremely active and frequently updated. You are in zero level. Just forget about it. You are not there. You are not in this. You are not in the game. You are not in the game at all. You are not visible in a way that is very dramatic. You are not in the game. You are not part of. You are not part of the first top 99.9%. You are like in the back 0.001%. This market is big. Your aspirations have to be big. Right. So I'll come back to that. So full-scale acceptance of smart cities. That's number 3. Full-scale acceptance of smart cities. Nigerian government is constructing Lagos to Abuja highway. And in the center of Abuja highway, a smart city worth over $1 trillion is planted inside that design. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian government is constructing 3 to 4 smart cities, and there is a policy signed last year again for smart city development by this government, making 2 policies which you should be taking advantage of. All right. Again, if you have not made up your mind to come to Africa Revenue Summit and you are in real estate, I'm sorry, the kind of information that we share there, you cannot get it anywhere. It's not even comparable to what I'm sharing with you here. It's not. I guarantee to you. So when is the best time for you to pay? Now. Because the 15% discount that you have will expire in 4 days' time. And for those who know us already, if we say something has expired, that's expired. Those who paid in December, they got 20% discount. So if you do not pay, you come and come to my inbox and beg me. I'm sorry, except I want to pay for you. So when should you pay? If you have your money and you say network does not go, I'm sorry, you pay the full amount. Network transfer did not go, you pay the full amount. So number 3, full-scale acceptance of smart city concept. It's happening right now in the real estate sector. Number 4 is more stringent government regulations. We'll talk about some of those regulations later because I need to move faster right now. Lastly, luxury. Ladies and gentlemen, people want more comfortable house. I mean, someone said that if you lived all your life in Nigeria, if you get to heaven, God will pardon you and say, you cannot do fire 2 times. It was a joke. It was a joke. He said you cannot do fire 2 times. Why? Because if you have lived in Nigeria, you have served 1 time of fire. All right. I don't agree that Nigeria is fire. I don't agree. But the country is tough. So when people have a little bit of money, they want to create some ambience for themselves. And that's the reason why luxury is doing well. People want a place where they can just remove themselves from the realities of the Nigerian environment out there. So if you're developing real estate, I want to tell you where the money is not in creating, I mean, you may not enter into luxury, but you can start with mass luxury. That's a good place to start. All right. Those who were not here last week, I explained that the Nigerian economy is going to blossom this year, and by extension, Nigerians are going to get richer this year than they were last year. I explained that. If for any reason you were not here, go and listen to that last week's webinar. It was very powerful. Many Nigerians who became poorer 2 years ago and last year are going to become richer this year. So that means also that they will be more likely to be able to afford a little bit of luxury. And lastly, Trump. Right? Trump is going to affect everything. But I'll pause here. I need to pause here. Take a break. I need to drink water. Right? When I come back, I'll tell you a little bit about Africa Revenue Summit, which is very important. I've seen some people, leave the group every time they see us post content about Africa Revenue Summit. Are we going to be doing all of this free of charge and giving people very valuable information that will grow them, and we will not talk about their business? So those people, when they come back to the group, I'm sorry, I don't accept them back. I reject them because there are people who just want something free, but they don't want you to market to them, and we don't have apology marketing and selling what we sell. We have no apologies. All right. But what we will guarantee to you is that if you're on that group, we give you very high value. What you cannot get for free anywhere, we'll give it to you for staying on the group. However, we will sell our solutions to you. For those who do not like it. All right. Thank you very much, guys. I'm back here in the next 5 minutes. We will be talking about 3 other sectors as time passes, because we're going to stop on the dot of 4. I will want to take your questions before we go to the second segment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is the year of the 400%. I told them yesterday, you have no reason on earth not to do 400% this year. I challenge you. I told them all that sat with me, the only thing that can hold you back this year is yourself. We will give you all the support. We will give you all the encouragement. We'll give you all the resources that you require to make 400% possible. 400% is just a number. It's just a number. Easily doable. I tell you for free. I'll see you in 5 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. All right.
What will it look like if you had someone working with you, intentional, with an agenda to grow your business's revenue? Growth is possible. 400 growth is possible in 2025. Because this year, the economy of Nigeria is growing by no less than 4%, maybe even 5%. This is an opportunity you don't want to fritter away. You don't want to waste it.
My name is Tosin Shopu, New Creations. And at New Creation, we do designs, we do branding, we do printing, and we do digital solutions. Our financial goals in the year 2025 is to increase our revenue by 400%. Average 2025, because number one, I've attended SalesRuby training in the past, and it has greatly impacted myself and my team. So attending Harvest 2025, I'm going there to go and learn new strategies on how to achieve our 2025 goals. I'm also going there to go and connect and network.
My name is Bolaji Ladiko. I'm the CEO of Slick Events, Rentals and More, and this is one of the things we do. I registered for the African Summit because it is a unique platform to learn, to collaborate, network, and gain practical insights to scale up my business.
Everyone, my name is Amoson Felix. I'm the CEO of Rich Taste Chicken. We have our headquarters in Osogbo, Osun State. Actually, we have hope that this year we can able to increase our revenue to 400%. Actually, the pre-summit we have had, we have strategized our expansion. Bunmi Jembola has been helping our company on the pathway of having 4 times of our earnings of last year. We believe that with our friends coming, we are going to learn more and be on the pathway to success this year. Thank you.
Come to Africa Revenue Summit. Let's partner together to make 2025 your best year ever.
All right. I think technical team, are you done? I want to fire on. All right. Okay, so I'll take a couple of questions now before I go to the other segments. I don't know if time will permit us. If time does not permit, I don't intend to do next week, but I will now do next week if time does not permit. So let's see. Well, we can have very much. I have all of session. Not people who usually ask for recording, right? So like we've said, we're going to be working together to ensure that you achieve 4 times growth in 2025, combining strategy plus leadership for growth plus very deep knowledge of growth, all right? And if you attend Africa Revenue Summit, one of the things we do is we have a strategy session with you where you understand how to your business differently in 2025. I mean, whoever has been, you heard what they said, some of the people who have registered, whoever is working with us, we give them deep insights. We give you a fresh approach to how you can do your business, not the regular way, go and hustle. No. There is a part of your business that we call white spaces, where there is massive opportunity for growth right now, but you don't know. It's not that big. It's not that you are not good at managing your business. You are good, but I'm doing something for such a long, even the most visible opportunities, sometimes you don't see it. So we come and show you. One of the guys that I had a session with last week, I was sharing with him what they needed to do in his business. And interestingly, it's an area that they had never thought about, an area for fantastic partnership. So that's one of the elements. The second element is the community. I'm sorry, on the table yesterday, when we all sat there, I said it, combined business value on that table, was not less than maybe 8 to 10, no, maybe 10 to 12 billion. And that was just 8 of us. The combined business value was not 10 to 12 billion. How much more that we're building? So the community will be very strong. I mean, some of them would not, if time permits. If time permits, I'll call 1 or 2 of them who are on this call. I've seen them to just share with us. Right there yesterday, businesses were happening. I'm going to foster more of those businesses. No less than maybe 10 businesses, because I was listening. Some of them did not know. Happened right on that call. and so on and so forth. That's the second thing, community. The third thing is the learning. And the fourth thing is the post-conference support. At the conference, we'll connect more together, we'll bond, we'll have fun, eat good food. But after the conference, we'll continue that community. That's where the real value is. That's where the real value is. I've told you, if you're on that community, I will force you to achieve 400% group minimum. If you want to 100, somebody said 1000%, fantastic. We're in it together. All right. So let's get started. I will now take one or two questions. I will take one or two questions. All right, Mr. Sunday Mark, I will first recognize you. I've been seeing your hand for almost 20 minutes. So I'll first take you. Any other person, if you want to speak, raise your hand. I'll take the question. So we have 3 ticket categories, silver, gold, and ruby. All of them are discounted by 15% right now. That discount expires January 31st. We will not move that discount. All right, thank you very much. Mr. Sunday Mark, please go ahead, Dr. Sunday Mark. You can unmute yourself and speak. I think Sunday Mark is not here. I don't know if he is. Maybe his network threw him out. All right. Someone was asking how important is having a website in real estate. That's what I said, though. That's what I said, though. You see, if you are not online, I'm very visible. I'm not just talking about online. I'm talking about becoming a media company. Becoming a media company, very strong media company, having a very strong media department, having a strong brand online, doing regular content online, not posting, doing regular content, becoming a content company. If that's not you and you're in real estate, I'm sorry, you'll be scratching the surface of what is possible. So you don't just want to have a website, you want to also have strong media presence, you want to have strong projection of your brand, you want to have strong content team and churn out content very regularly, right? Any other questions before we go away from real estate? Please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
So mention your name and your company's name and go ahead. You have just 1 minute because of our time.
I'm Dr. Sunday Mark.
All right, Dr. Sunday Mark, how are you doing?
I'm fine. MDCO Brooks Image. You talk about, in your speech, talk about luxury development and mass development. I really want to understand the aspect of that mass development. Thank you, sir.
All right, fantastic question. Mass development is basically, real estate for the poorest of the poor. It's the poorest of the poor. And interestingly, whatever it takes to sell a unit of real estate of 1 million naira, 1 million naira is what it takes. It takes just a little extra to sell a piece of real estate of 100 million naira. So, one can start from selling the mass products. But the place where the real value is in real estate is selling to the mass affluence, not mass markets, so that I don't confuse you. So the mass market we're talking about is, you can pay 10,000 naira and own 500,000 naira property. You don't even have 500,000 naira property again. Maybe inside push. Exhibition is likely to be on it. So maybe 500 inside after Aton. However, on that 500,000 naira, your real margin is 100,000 naira. It's the same kind of marketing expenditure, the same kind of human resources to make that one single sale as a sale of 100 million naira property. sale of a 40 million naira, 40 million naira, 60 million naira, 100 million naira property. So, and that's why my recommendation to you is in the very minimum to pursue mass affluence, because the margins are better and the risks are slightly lower. I don't know if that explains the question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other question as we move forward, as we move away? Okay, so we're done with real estate. Let's move to the second category, which is technology. Technology. If you are team technology, let me see your hand. Let me see you type technology. How is modern? If you are in tech, let me see you type technology in the comment box. If you are part of the guys in technology, who asked me to do some things on technology. Okay. Oh, Uche technology, Akinwale technology. Oh, Imole technology, Henry Sigba. Okay, thank you very much. You people are even more than Iskilu Zoyinka technology, Adepta Tech, Dr. Ibrahim Oyebanji technology, Pauline. Okay, it have do. We have seen that you people have plenty. You know, there's a way real estate people do, like they are the only ones that are available. If I did ask now, I would have concluded that real estate people are more than you, but now we can see that you are more than real estate. So Mr. Delano Adebayo, technology. Okay. So let's take a little bit of foray into the technology projections for 2025. In 2025, Nigeria's IT sector is expected to be thriving with a projected 225,000 tech job openings. The sector is expected to grow by what? Grow by what percentage, ladies and gentlemen?
12%.
400%.
12%.
12%.
There is no other sector that is growing by 12% except technology. In fact, real estate is coming after it. Nigeria's IT sector will blossom in 2025. I will share with you some of the things that are not even on this things. Nigeria will be substituting many technology solutions in US, UK, and Canada. Starting with productivity tech tools. We'll come to that. With ICE demand for specialized skills reaching projected value of $2.5 billion, Nigeria may not be higher than real estate in terms of aggregate value or contribution to GDP, but Nigeria will be higher in terms of growth rates. I mean, technology will be higher than real estate in terms of growth rates, not in Nigeria. Technology will be higher than real estate in terms of growth rate. So you are going to see a 12% growth rate. The growth rate of the economy is 4%. That means, so if you listen to me last week, you will hear me say the growth rate of the economy is going to be around 4%. Most optimistic says 4.5%. That's most optimistic, but that's overly optimistic. Most likely it's going to be 4%. Now, if it is around 4% or even 4.5%, and only technology and IT is growing by 12%, what is the implication of that? It means that IT is growing at 300% of the growth rate of the economy, even though ambitious. That's going to be phenomenal. And the leader in that growth is going to be IT services. Nigeria is set to become the IT services hub of the world. Currently, it is Philippines and India. Why is that going to happen? And you will see some of the changes. See, Nigeria is going to become a very productive economy in the next couple of years. So if you are running an organization here, you're not productivity driven, I want to tell you, you need to change your culture if you're going to survive in the next 2 years. Okay, I'll come to that very soon. So Nigeria is going to be the economic center of outsourced IT services job. So many countries go to India, but India has got multiple disadvantages when compared to Nigeria. And the things that made them the outsourced center is fast changing. If you're following me, say, I am following you in the comment section. If you're following me, say, I am following you. I just want to be sure. If you're following me, say, I am following you. I think I should pause here a bit. I would like to take one or two persons, summarize for us, the things that caught the attention in the real estate presentation before I continue on the IT. Anybody? Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Adelan Otayo, thank you. Henry says I'm following you. Hawaii says I'm following you. Bunmi says I'm following you. Mr. Jembola says I'm following you. Mercy says I'm following you. Thank you very much, everyone. All right. Though I was out for a few minutes. Okay. So for those who were out for a few minutes, can anyone just give a little bit of summary on the real estate side before I continue with the IT? I think we'll just stop on the IT for today. Don't worry, because of this, I will do one more session next week. But next week is the penultimate one for free sessions. Anyone, you can on your mic and speak to us. You can on your mic and speak to us. Like a 1 minute summary of your takeaway from the section on the real estate. It can just be one or two things.
Can I say something?
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, so what do I think the miss is when you speak to the mass and the luxury, and when you talk about the same effort, just maybe a little bit more, but really emphasize on the same effort, the same marketing requirement, the same manpower required to achieve the 1 million sales is also what you need to achieve a 100 million sales with higher margin. That's interesting.
Okay.
And
Thank you very much. That's good. Absolutely. Thank you. So, so let me continue from where I stopped. So there were a couple of things that made India better than Nigeria, but they are losing those advantages. One of them is the fact that they had a population that was young, that were upwardly mobile, an educational system that's robust and very technical focused. So all of that combined gave India a major advantage. But India has a couple of disadvantages. One of them is that the major centers where they outsource jobs to them in the world include US, UK, and Canada. US, UK, and Canada. Those are the major centers. Others, yes, but those are the major hubs where cost of specialized manpower is very expensive, because that's the only reason why you will take a job outside of the United States of America and take it to, to India. But they have a number of disadvantages. Number one, they have very bad accents. Many Europeans don't understand them because they don't only speak bad English, they have very terrible accents. You won't hear a word of what they say. Nigerian accent is much better, much closer to American accent, much closer to British accent. All right, our pronunciations are finer. So that's a major advantage, language and accents. Number two advantage is the time zone. The time zone of the US, UK, Canada is almost directly opposite that of India. So when they are in the night, they are in the day. When they're about sleeping, they are waking up. When they're about waking up, they are sleeping. So different. A couple of hours ahead, about depending where you're reaching from, can be as low as 5 hours and can be as high as 7 hours, but no more than that. So we have some overlapping time, working time periods. That's number two. Number three is that today manpower is also, becoming expensive in India because India is beginning to move out of poverty. So unlike when they charged ridiculously low, even though some of them still do that, but today they are also beginning to look at how they can build global businesses. So they are also beginning to price like US companies, all right, like US manpower. So if you look at all of this, this is going to make services grow very rapidly in Nigeria this year. Among the various segments within the market, IT outsourcing is projected to dominate with a market volume of about $990 million in this year. If you ask me what kind of solution should you render today, I will tell you, if you are in a segment in IT offering offshore services from Nigeria, targeting Canadian clients, US clients, UK clients, German clients, you will make a lot of money. That's what the projection is. That's what, and by the way, all of these projections are gotten from very reliable data sources, global data sources. I only did not put them, intentionally, because they're part of the resources I will share on the group. So $990 million of growth of business value in this year for IT services. So if you're someone that does data analytics services, congratulations. If you target those companies, you're going to make a lot of money. If you're someone that does, AI, creates new AI agents for specialized organizations and specialized industries, congratulations, you're going to make a lot of money this year as that sector continues to expand. If you're one that does, software creation services, congratulations, you're going to do very well. Whether front end, whether back end. More and more Americans are having, trust in the capabilities of Nigeria to deliver those very specialized solutions, and they're looking more in our direction. All right. So expansion of renewable energy technologies, another one. One of the conversion cornerstone policies of this government is the renewable energy master plan. They launched it also last year. A lot of policies were launched last year. Many people don't even know, which aims to increase the contribution of renewable energy Nigeria's total energy mix from 13% in 2015 to 23% is going to be massive. So renewable energy technology is another area that will grow very rapidly. The year 2025, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the year of pivots, mergers, acquisition, not just e-commerce platforms, but also of technology platforms. Because those who are providing technology funding are asking for more value. We are now seeing companies that offer complementary service are merging together. Traction Hub, just last month, merged together with a company called Omnibus. Omnibus provides retail solutions to retailers. Traction Hub funding to retailers. The two of them came together. They put forces together under the same umbrella, offering both technology solutions to retailers, product distribution solutions to retailers, at the same time offering them financing so that they can do more trade. That way, you can have more value from the same. This year, you will have a technology so that they can amplify the value that they create, right? And this is going to be the year of increased productivity tools, remote working tools, productivity tools, tools like human resource solutions, HRMS, tools like, you know, teleconferencing solutions. And many foreign companies are going to look more in the direction of Nigeria, knowing how very affordable the Nigerian technology solutions are, but more importantly, because Nigeria is also beginning to attain the level of the quality of India. We may not already be at the level of the quality, between quality and amount. If you have to pay times 10 to get this phone, and they say, oh, but if you pay 1/10, we'll give you a quality. It may not exactly have the capacity to save this much, but it will deliver. You will prefer the one that gives you 1/10 of the cost at almost the same value, almost the same value. I think that's where we are, right? I think that's why Nigeria may try. But all of this will still depend to a large extent on what Trump does. Trump is going to be a very big part of all of this.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So I think the facilitator is having an issue with his network, so we'll be joining shortly. Thank you.
So I was talking about, you know, I was talking about that the adoption of new technology tools, especially the ones coming from Nigeria, that will play in the expansion of the Nigerian technology space. And those are the 2 or 3 biggest, things that will drive the growth of the IT and technology markets. So many of the technology tools that are being adopted right now, whether it is HR management solutions, whether it is accounting software solutions, whether it is enterprise resource planning solutions, ERPs, whether it is many of those technology solutions were traditionally imported to Nigeria. But right now, Nigerian technology capabilities are maturing. So the reverse is now happening. Because of cost considerations, American companies are buying Nigerian technology expertise. Meanwhile, Nigerian companies are now beginning to have more confidence in the Nigerian local, technology producers. That will drive up the markets. Secondly, looking at artificial intelligence and machine learning, whether it is from chatbots that are answering simple questions faster than human beings can answer and more accurately, and you would have seen a lot of them, whether it's on Meta or on Google, being there are many agents that are being deployed in industry specific functions. All right, you will see the intelligence and machine learning. Interestingly, I think one of our registered does, and I'm even thinking, I don't know if she's on this call, I'm even thinking that maybe we can have one of the panel sessions that focuses on the adoption of artificial intelligence solutions, specifically for businesses. In what ways can you use, those agents in your business? But this is not just about technology solutions, and the opportunities for third parties. This is about the opportunities for you, because many persons are hearing, artificial intelligence, hearing machine learning, hearing AI, and they think, oh, that's for those guys that are in tech. That's for those guys. It's a ball now for those guys that are in tech. That's not true. As a matter of fact, artificial intelligence is like an unfair advantage you can give yourself in business right now. If you integrate artificial intelligence, implement artificial intelligence solutions in many of your processes, you will get ahead faster than your peers, whether it is in your marketing, whether it's in your sales, whether it's in your content writing, whether it's in in many other things, whether it's in your customer service. All right. So whether you're a business that is focused on technology and you are looking at what specific areas represent big opportunities, that is one area. And so many of the workforce that you can deploy for global businesses, they're available in Nigeria. You just make available the resources, make available the managerial structure, and you can build a business around it. And In the other way around, if it is you that you have a business and you're just looking at how can I live on the performance of my business, that's another approach to it. But everywhere today, AI is hitting, machine learning is hitting, and it will give you unfair business advantage over your competitors if you intentionally adopt it, whether internally for your business or you make it a business and package it as a solution for third-party clients overseas. Thirdly, blockchain is going beyond, and this is an area where President Trump has a lot of interest. President Trump launched a coin of his own, and that coin reached almost about 3,000 value within a 24 hours growth value within a 24 hours period. Phenomenal. But what even happened, more interestingly, his own wife launched Melanin Trump coin. So blockchain, these things are going to be a fantastic opportunity for investment in 2025. And it is being used beyond just Bitcoin. Now blockchain is being applied in medicine, being applied in healthcare, being applied in real estate, being applied in supply chain planning, being applied in finance. So, number 4 is 5G. Everywhere everybody is talking about 5G. But what 5G will make possible is limitless. Beyond just making it possible for your internet to be faster, 5G is not just fast, it's another layer of the growth of technology possibilities. All right, it's going to make the Internet of Things possible. But beyond that, it's also, things like driverless cars are going to thrive on the back of 5G. So 5G will continue to develop. But one thing you can also expect is AI regulation in 2025. So machine learning, AI, blockchain, 5G, all of those things are going to drive up the growth in the technology sector. If you are a business person here doing whatever kind of business, leverage some of this understanding to your advantage. If you are a business person here in technology, look at the specific areas that favor you and hone in on that. Don't forget, in this year alone, technology businesses, in spite of the fact that the economy is growing by just about 4%, 4.5%, technology will be going by times 3 of that. That's 12% growth rates. And it's going to be one of the biggest value adders to the Nigerian economy in the whole of 2025. It's going to be phenomenal. So if there's 2 areas where there's going to be phenomenal growth in 2025, real estate and technology. I'll be happy to take a couple of questions. And I'll allow 1 or 2 members of our community to tell us 1 or 2 things they learned at the physical session yesterday. By the way, the second physical session for those who have paid is coming up in 2 weeks' time. Right? I'll take questions and I'll allow 1 or 2 persons who are on this call who were part of yesterday's physical session. I'll allow them to just speak to us, teach us 1 or 2 things, maybe things they learned there or things they shared there. All right. Thank you, Ego. Friday. It says thank you for taking the time. So next week I'm going to be looking at 3 more industries. I was only able to cover 2 instead of 4 that I wanted to cover. But next week, out of all of the sectors, I will again select. It is based on the responses that I select and organized. I said, okay, these are the 2. Now that we have done real estate, we have done technology and IT, we will focus on the rest. But the next most voted for is the one I would be featuring again next week. All right, questions. I'll take 2 questions. If you have a question, you can signal on your mic and speak. These are some of the pictures from yesterday's event at Moving Peak, where we were all gathered, and it was very interesting. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? If there are no questions, we'll call it a day.
Jembola, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Sorry, you'll be hearing some background voices. I'll try as much as possible to be quick so I mute my mic. Good evening, everyone. My name is Architect Adebayo. I want to say thank you to Mr. Jembola for the exposition, all through the three sessions, and particularly for the real estate session. My concern majorly is for the construction industry. And I'm not sure construction will be most voted for by the next time. So I just thought I could,
You can go and vote. You can go and vote. You can go and vote. If you remain silent on the group, they will outvote you. It's the people that voted the most that I chose. So, but I know that there are quite a few people in construction on that group.
Yes, as architects, it's not every one of us that is, that has interest a lot in real estate. We just want to focus on our designs and our construction, and we are out of the way. But a lot of times as well, my attention is always going to the real estate development sector. That why don't we? When you now mention that a lot of the effort will still used for mass, is it development? I'm not sure if I heard that correctly.
Yes.
The thing that you use to I wanted to be able to say that what does it take more, to be able to venture into real estate beyond the act of just designing, constructing, and then selling of property. Some people sell land, some people sell. I know it's not a real estate class, but I just felt I should ask
Fantastic
that question so that maybe someone like me who is also looking beyond design and construction can also leverage on see what I can leverage in going into development.
I'll take you next. Fantastic question, and I'll be very short in answering because I see 3 hands up. I'll be very short in answering. One of the things I tell everybody that is part of this, our African Revenue Summit 2025, is face your fears. Face your fears and conquer them. Many people who are experts in construction, their fear is they know that real estate demands a lot of work in sales and marketing. They just want to be on that professional lane. All right, that's one of the things that they fear. Correct. Real estate requires you to be able to sell. But selling is the easiest thing on earth, especially if you come to my classes. Whether or not you are selling, you are actually selling. Whether or not you agree that you are selling, you're actually selling. And some other persons are selling you. All right. As I'm on this call, for example, I'm selling. And I'm selling, and you are here listening to me because I'm bringing value to you, not the other way around. Someone else, his own approach is to be chasing people about, and we do that, but this is a part or a way to structurally sell. All right. So I want to say that one of the most important things in real estate is that you have to build a brand. You have to build a brand. Unlike in construction where you're just delivering, professional services. And by the value of, there are, if you want to construct bridges, there are specific kind of, construction companies that are called for those designs and the implementation. I don't know. I cannot enter into the technical details, but you know what I'm talking about. However, when it comes selling now, the good thing for many people like you who already have that technical capabilities is that majority of the people who are in real estate who come from a purely sales and marketing angle, they are not able to guarantee product quality. They struggle with that. Many of them struggle with that. However, the ones that are very smart look for a partner who has that strength. Look for someone who can be trusted, because to pay, I mean, in Nigeria, many people are not very honest when you do that with them. They're looking for how they can cut corners and those things. And so that's why it's either you're getting a partner, and I can tell you stories. I don't want to go into that because of our time. Stories of real estate companies that almost collapsed because of one of their directors, who is the technical person, who unfortunately is I mean, I don't want to mention names. So you must sell. You must be willing to attend this kind of trainings where you learn about branding, and that's all. You already have 80% of what is required, because that technical part is the majority of what you should learn how to sell, business side of it. So you will see many real estate companies who also have a construction company doing construction for the real estate. That's the structure that many real estate businesses use. And I think that's a very profitable structure for people like you who already have the technical, skills. So that's what is required. Especially if you want to do something that is phenomenal, that brings in more income than you are currently making right now. I don't know if that answers the question. And then I'll go to Doctor. Doctor, you raised your hand first. I wasn't seeing you again. That's why I called somebody else. So you can go ahead, unmute yourself and speak. I don't know if that answers your question, madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I only want to attend your classes.
Face your fear, face it, and start a real estate company. Maybe we can name the real estate company here.
Wonderful.
All right. Doctor, I saw you raising your hand. I can't see you again. Go ahead. After you, Hawaii, Uluwatobi. Where's Dr. Williams, I think?
All right. Can I speak instead?
Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead, Doctor.
Hello. In fact, I'm from Kenya.
Oh, okay.
I'm a nephrologist by profession, and also I'm a businessman. I did mostly in health and dialysis consumables, and it's my first time to join you guys in this. Right. And what I wanted to ask, it's maybe to talk about the health issues. Maybe if you can tackle that, and maybe is there any time for that, or it's just a real and the company called William and Son Limited. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Okay. DJ?
I guess the network is frozen.
Yeah, give me a few seconds. Let me check with him.
Okay, but I will encourage you to please ensure that you participate in voting, and that's what I used today. I just counted the number of real estate I saw that they were high. The second group was IT, and that's how I organized it. So, Mr. Awayo, go ahead. After Mr. Awayo,
sir, your network was frozen for a while, so we just started hearing you.
Yeah. Kindly
okay, so again. What I said, yes, so what I said is that once we are approaching next week, We will ask you to vote for which sectors we should take. We cannot take all sectors, but we have already done real estate and IT. I selected real estate and IT because those were the people who voted the most this week. We will try to take more than 2. We will try to take 4. But those 4 will be based on who and who indicated interest. So you can also indicate interest for healthcare. And if we have up to 10, maybe 15 interest in healthcare, we can also take that. Mr. Awayooluwatobi, you can go ahead. I will allow
Thank you
Mr.
so much.
Ibrahim to speak to you briefly. Mr. Ibrahim will speak to you briefly, sharing his experience as an engineer, being a real estate company, even though he was an engineer, a technical person. All right,
sir. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate the value and all that you're giving. So I want to ask, for someone like me, I operate in the training space, like in HR space. However, I'm migrating to, I founded my organization, but we're into real estate. And then we're just young, we're just setting out. So, but my question, first question is that, are we likely to get the recording of this session? That's my first question. Then the second question is that with your projections and with the MBA statistics, that real estate is going to be the third streams of blah, blah, blah for Nigeria income or rating with the rating, then I'm looking at it that having to manage a team of people in that space, and then managing technology like you have equally mentioned with your analysis, because I have a bit of tech back. So, is it a good thing to put both together as a form of business at a go?
Even me, I will join you as a partner. as a partner. Fantastic thing. And those are the kind of insights I want to come from this kind of session.
So your line is freezing. I can't hear you. I don't know if other people can.
Hello, BJ, we can hear you. I don't know if you can hear us.
If you can hear us, BJ, please, we can't hear you. Thank you so much, sir.
Myself. So, hello. Hello. It looks like you did not hear me. Let me come again. Can you hear me now?
Breaking. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, so I said that is a fantastic idea. Even me and my team, and some of them are here listening, we've been exploring a couple of innovation to combine both together. If you have an idea around how you can bring the two together in a way that the monetization is solid, that the business model makes a lot of sense. It's not in a way that is esoteric. It's not in a way that is complicated. In a way that is simple, that leverages technology for real estate. I'm telling you, it's going to be like blood money. By all means, go ahead. Even me, like I said, I'm happy to partner with you. All right, it's conversations we can have outside of here. If there are ways you can look at that, I can tell you 100%. In terms of the recording, we'll see whether we can. I'm not promising because I think it's a disservice to those who come live and ensure that they are available for it. So, but we'll look at it. All right. Okay, I think that's the last question I will take. Is there any other question? I will allow Mr. Ibrahim to quickly speak for 1 minute. Mr. Ibrahim, by the way, is the CEO of Leo Ramon, Leo Ramon Construction and Real Estate. Interestingly, they've done many projects in Nigeria, in Lagos, and is one of our paid registrants for Africa Revenue Summit. And I like what he's doing, but I've told him he's one of the people I'm going to be pushing at this year. It's got to push deeper into the space of publicizing what he's doing, because he's doing a lot that many people do not know about. All right, you can speak. Go ahead and speak very briefly. I'll just give you 2 minutes. Mr. Ibrahim, if you're on this call. Pharmaceutical industry. Great. We'll post on the group. Mr. Ibrahim, if you are here, you can go ahead and speak. Bunmi Ibrahim. All right, James Awojobi says there are prop tech models and deployments currently being tested. Yeah, many prop tech models have been explored. Many of them, I don't want to begin to give you can look at them by yourself. All right, I think Mr. Ibrahim has dropped off the call. Maybe he's having network challenge. All right, Olatunde Oloyede, we'll have you talk last, and then we'll be on our way out. Don't forget, 15% discount expires this week. If you have not paid for Africa Revenue Summit, it will be your biggest strategic advantage. For the right connections, if you don't have the money, borrow it. I said so. All right, Mr. Olatunde Oloyede, you can speak.
Thank you very much.
Please put it on the group. In the group, put it there. If you put it there, I will count. Oil and gas, yes, we can discuss oil and gas. But I want to be sure that I'm discussing the ones that are most relevant to my community, not just talking out of the blues. All right, Mr. Olatunde, go ahead.
Thank you very much. My name is Olatunde Oloyede, MD of Crystal Square Property. And sincerely, I've been enjoying your conversation with us. And I know I'm not the only one enjoying it. And this is a top-notch program I'm attending in a while, The only question I have is about the reference. That program, I'm actually looking at how myself and my team can participate. And is there any discount for us? We already have an existing estate developed, and we've been doing quite well in terms of all I call it publicity, but all the same, we still need more. As you have already told us that we need to multiply our sales by ×4, but we are already projecting in our own office to be ×5 or 10. So that's our projection for this year. Thank you, sir.
Yes, we can have conversations if you are bringing a group of persons that are more.
Okay.
However, like I've said, we have, a flat discount that is expiring in a few days. You can drop your details. My team will reach out to you, and we can have those conversations.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right. Any other questions? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, I'm going to be sharing a lot of
Hello, BJ. Thanks.
And do me a favor. Look at this thing I'm doing. Share it. Help us. Let more and more people become millionaires and billionaires like you. All right, Mr. Bunmi is back. Do you want to speak now, Mr. Hello, can you hear me now?
It's cracking.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, it's better now.
Can you hear me now?
Better now.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fantastic afternoon. I'm very spent this time with you, extended by longer time, but it's worth it. For others, right now, is to ensure that this quality of information, they also get access to it with your friends. Ensure that they come to the community. I'm doing this for free. If you come to Africa Revenue Summit, I am happy. I am very, very happy. That means you are paying. If you don't come to Africa Revenue Summit, I want to empower you to achieve 400% growth this year. Still, please do one thing for me. Take the information for next week. Post it on your status. Post it in your communities. Invite people to join. Some people did it today, and I'm very grateful to them. They did it. We're just seeing, tens of people joining, and I'm very grateful to them. But you to do it. You to do it. Thank you very much. Africa Revenue Summit is going to be the biggest platform for growth for your business in 2025. I assure you, you cannot afford to miss it. 15% discount expires in a couple of days. Don't miss it. I wish you a great week ahead, a very productive one. Thank you. All right, guys.
Mr. Ajibala, sorry, good evening. Sorry. Please, can you share the link of this message? I just joined and you just closed. Please, can I have the opportunity to listen to what you've been discussing?
It is 4 o'clock. Always be joining on time. Mr. Tayo Olawoye.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Late. Don't worry, we will try. But next.
All right. No.
Go and comment your email on the group. We will try. So yeah, Ms. Esther Oluwafunke Adebayo. Please, if you are not on the 4x growth group, you can join the 4x growth group here. Tim, can you share the 4x growth group link so that everybody that is not there can join?
What will it look like if you had someone working with you, intentional, with an agenda to grow your business's revenue? Growth is possible. 400 growth is possible in 2025 because this year, the economy of Nigeria is growing by no less than 4%, maybe even 5%. This is an opportunity you don't want to fritter away. You don't want to waste it.
My name is Tosin Shufu, MD CEO New Creations. And at New Creation, we do designs, we do branding, we do printing, and we do digital solutions. Our financial goals in the year 2025 is to increase our revenue by 400%. Average 2025, because number one, I've attended SalesRuby training in the past, and it has greatly impacted myself and my team. So attending Average 2025, I'm going there to go and learn new stuff on how to achieve our 2025 goals, and also going there to go and connect and network.
My name is Jembola. I'm the CEO of Slick Events, Rentals and More, and this is one of the things we do. I registered for the African Summit because it is a unique platform to learn, to collaborate, network, and gain practical insights to scale up my business.
Everyone, my name is Amoson Felix. I'm the CEO of Rich Taste Chicken. We have our headquarters in Oshogbo, Osun State. Actually, we have hope that this year we can able to increase our revenue to 400%. Actually, the pre-summit we have had, we strategized our expansion. Bunmi Jembola has been helping our company on the pathway of having 4 times of our earnings of last year. We believe that with our friends coming, we are going to learn more and be on the pathway to success this year. Thank you.
Come to Africa Revenue Summit. Let's partner together to make 2025 your best year ever.
My name is Bunmi Jembola. For the last 7 years, it's been my privilege to host over 2,000 business executives across Africa, learning strategy, growth, leadership, and sales. It's been the biggest convergence of growth leaders and growth seekers, the most ambitious of them. In 2025, over 300 CEOs and business leaders from multiple hundreds of organizations will be converging at the Muson Center to learn the most important themes of leadership, growth, and strategy at the Africa Revenue Summit. We are going to be having 4 conferences inside Africa Revenue Summit. And those conferences include Retail Africa for FMCG, SaaS Rally for SaaS-focused organizations, B2B Growth Conference for B2B organizations, whether in services or products, and even RealtyCon for real estate businesses. The theme actually is winning across borders.
From the entrance, it was a different ballgame. Sincerely speaking, I must confess, all the sessions I've attended, I didn't miss anyone. That's true.
That's great.
And I learned a lot.
My key takeaways from this conference is simple. First of all, think about revenue growth. The next is how to enable your sales team.
In that the leadership matters, the process matters, the strategy matters, how we even engage the whole organization really matters.
Yeah, if I have the opportunity to attend this 101 time, I will definitely do that.
It's every penny worth the investment.
And you can actually see yourself growing your revenue if you follow.